Hello and welcome to SAMO Highlights, where we discuss recent events happening in Santa Monica High School. I'm Ella Swimmer.
And I'm Jan Brueggemann. Today on the show, we'll be talking about SAMO High's Disney-themed orchestra concert, as well as Senior Family Night and the annual college fair.
We'll also be talking with Mr. Flores, one of the college counselors, as well as Jared Levin and Rara Gumbel from SAMO High's journalism program.
Plus, a special performance from Aaron Kinsman on an electric guitar that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with some more SAMO Highlights. Every other year, the SAMO High Symphony Orchestra takes a trip to Europe. This year, to help with expenses for the trip, they held a Disney-themed concert at Barnum Hall.
Endorsed by Disney, members of the four orchestras, Symphony, Philharmonic, Symphonia, and Intermezzo, all dressed up in costumes and played music from different Disney movies.
In order to fundraise for their trip, a raffle was held with the grand prize being 2 Disney tickets to Disneyland. Thanks to all the fantastic help and donations from parents to Disney, the raffle was extremely successful, allowing our orchestra to keep traveling all around the world and continue to play music. Here's some footage from the concert.
On the stage, Jason Aiello.
Hi, I'm Austin Music, and I'm enjoying the performance very much. In fact, I was quite surprised with the talent here. So far, The Little Mermaid, Out of the Sea. In fact, I really enjoyed the lobster and his courage in coming out and singing in front of everyone. I give him big props for that.
I'm Desiree. Favorite Disney song I think would have to have been The Lion King. I Just Can't Wait to Be King. I like that one. Oh, it would definitely be a 5. It was fantastic and really well done. Yeah, I'm actually going to go home and I think watch them all, so it was done really well. I liked it.
Hi, my name is Klaus Badel and I'm a film composer. Today's performance of Pirates of the Caribbean, but also everything else was amazing. I was actually blown away because it's really hard to play those pieces, and I know it takes a long time. I know actually for a fact that it takes a long time, a lot of work, so congratulations.
I'm Hayden Kirschbaum and I play clarinet and I'm Scar right now.
I'm Zoe Mensch and I play tuba, and right now I'm honestly just like generic Disney prince. I mean,
rehearsal, but the music is fun to rehearse. When you're playing pop music, it's always a little more upbeat. And
yeah, everyone like gets really into it. It's like during rehearsals, everyone's like jamming out, you know?
The concert was a huge success and even featured non-orchestra members known as Mouseketeers that sang along with the music.
Most of them were performers and seniors who were excited to dress up and play something new.
Although the seniors were having fun, those college applications are still right around the corner.
We know about that, and to prepare for that, Senior Family Night was held a few weeks ago in the cafeteria, in which seniors and their families were given a presentation full of useful information about upcoming events for senior year.
Families were able to learn all about college application process, as well as end-of-the-year senior events like prom and grad night.
I know I really benefited from going, and I'm sure most of the seniors feel the same way.
I definitely agree. So let's take a look at Senior Family Night.
Seniors reach a point where they go, if they haven't already, where they go, you know what, I've been working hard, I deserve a break. Problem is this, now is not the time to take that break.
recommendation from their house advisor, their house coordinator, house counselor. It's not always the case, but some students could have one counselor that they've been with.
For pre-orders, and the only way to get a cap and gown is the day before graduation when we hand out all of those pre-orders. Whatever is left, we will sell for or rent you for $100, and that's whatever's available. So I'm 5'1", they may only have a gown for a 6-foot-something person. I'm wearing that 6-foot gown, trying to negotiate the steps of the Greek without falling. So do it now, do it early, save your money, and that's kind of the theme of the whole year.
The parent night. You can buy your cap and gown. You can get measured for your cap and gown along with the rings and find out what classes will help you get into colleges, the applications for colleges and whatnot.
The class rings cost vary. We do have a sea breeze ring which starts as low as $79.95, but then we have the more traditional class ring which starts at $279.95, and the price of the ring just depends on the style that you choose and the metal. So there's no set price range for the ring.
We're selling senior pages and yearbooks for the seniors on parent night. We really want to get the word out there that parents can buy their seniors pages. It could be a surprise, it'll be fun for them, you know, to open the yearbook and see like, oh my gosh, my parents bought this for me. So senior pages cost between $80 and $225 depending on the size and if we design it or you want to design it.
Grad night is Wednesday, June 8th. Tickets are $100 if you buy them prior to May 1st. If you buy them for most of May up until through May 29th, they're $120. And then May 30th till the night of the event are there $140. It's a big party. It's a surprise, but it's a lot of fun. Multiple years, parents and kids have come up to me and told me it was the best night of their lives. It's a party and it's fun. It's the last time the class is going to be together. Also regarding tickets, I encourage you to buy your tickets early. You can buy them now so that you're not inundated with other senior expenses. You can also put money down now and pay a little bit at a time. Our goal is to get everybody there, and in the past we have gotten anywhere between 80 and 90%, and last year we actually got over 90% of the class there. So it is a fun night and you want to be there.
The event was a valuable experience as it provided seniors with resources and information about applying to colleges, which is great since the process can definitely be stressful if you're doing it on your own.
I know firsthand how time-consuming things such as the brag sheet and all those college essays can be. So it's great that the school is making the process as painless as possible for seniors. It's good knowing that all of our hard work will pay off with the enjoyment of all being together at grad night.
I feel that. While we're on the topic of seniors, the school also hosted its annual college fair, which allows students from all grades to come and speak with college representatives and learn about their post-high school options.
When we get back, we'll learn all about this year's fair and talk to one of the college counselors on campus. So stay tuned.
Just last week was the College Fair, which hosted over 100 different universities from all over the country.
The College Fair is put on every year by the College Center and college counselors.
The College Center is for students seeking help with applying to colleges or simply discussing the options they have for after high school, as well as helping students who need financial aid.
Students were able to speak to representatives from schools like USC or even Harvard and get a better idea of where they'd like to attend next fall.
Because of the great turnout, the College Fair was actually held on campus in the South Gym, rather than the Civic Center across the street.
Thanks to all the representatives that were able to come, it's safe to say that there was a school for every person there that attended. Let's see how it went.
I'm Rob Dyer. I'm an alumnus of Wabash College. I'm volunteering, representing my school here at the College Fair.
I'm Chris Jackson with the University of Utah.
There's honestly a lot of colleges, so there's a lot of options available.
It informs you of everything you need to know. It's not like online. You actually get to know about the facts and have someone to interact with you and tell you everything that they know.
So Wabash is one of 2 remaining all-male colleges left in the country. We're in Crawfordsville, Indiana. so kind of in the middle of nowhere compared to growing up here by the beach. It has one of the most tight-knit communities that you could find at any school in the country.
I'll tell you what stands out about Utah. We're a hidden gem in the Rocky Mountains. We're looking for, I don't want to use the word well-rounded, but someone who's passionate. Someone who's shown, proficiency just not in academics, but other aspects of their life.
You can kind of go and look around and see what's there for you.
And I remember being a high school student and people are like, oh, what are you going to, that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to major in? You don't know. And, and understanding that I recall that was my personality or my understanding back then, I can see, kids coming up and I can just be like, I can start giving you some general information that might help, questions that you might not know that you've had that I can answer for you. But, the kids are typically well prepared to ask questions about what they want to know about.
SAMOHIGH's College Center is available for students to come in and work on their college applications, as well as speak with the 3 college counselors. Here with us today is one of the counselors, Mr. Flores. Thanks for coming on the show to talk to us.
Hey, thank you for having me. How you doing?
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So, how are you and the other counselors involved in the college fair?
With the college fair, well, to be honest with you, I'd say that the majority of the credit should go to the PTSA and the parents. People like, just to name drop, people like Alyssa Bunting and Yolanda Lewis, Miss Joan Krennick. They were the ones that were really getting in contact with universities, asking representatives to come in, bringing pamphlets and all. And so we're fortunate that they're so dedicated just to Samo High, because we did have over 100, almost 120 colleges and universities from all over the country, and even from Canada as well, and across the ocean, because we had some European schools as well. So I think the majority of the credit, they deserve the majority of the credit. We will meet with representatives and remind them or ask them for their availability, and we'll give the PTSA a list of colleges if we have any that are requesting to be a part of it. But I'd say the majority of the credit goes to the PTSA.
That's really interesting. And would you say 120 is a big number for what you've had in previous years? It's,
in previous years, I'd say I've heard that it's been up to about 140 as well, but it's just the space. I mean, this year we were fortunate that we had the small gym and the cafeteria, so we were able to have some space, and with the heat, it's been a bit of an issue, but 120 is amazing. I mean, I've worked at other high schools where they were lucky to get 20 or 30 colleges or universities, and so SAMO is definitely been fortunate to have that much support and love.
That's awesome. So overall, with the college process, what do you think is the absolute hardest part for students?
The absolute hardest part? I think it's really just trying to figure out what they want. A lot of, or how to represent themselves. A lot of students come in and ask, well, this personal statement question says this, or this prompt says that, but they don't know how to focus on one thing. Right. I mean, you guys are 16, 17, 18 years old applying to colleges, and you guys have lived amazing, long lives and so many experiences to highlight, but what 1 or 2 things can you actually say? Right. So I think that a lot of students worry about that, or just trying to find the right fit.
Right. And how do you feel like you help those students really find their right fit? Is there one thing that you tell all your students or go back to when you speak to your students?
It's really just about trying to talk to the students. I mean, when students come in for one-on-one meetings, we just try to make sure that they're able to express themselves as best as possible. A lot of these students are worried about, they go off of name or what their parents say or what their friends are doing, but it's really just talking what is it that interests you? What are you looking for in a school? Location, population, academics, prestige. So there's a lot of factors that we try to just talking it out with students. I feel really helps.
Nice.
And if you could give a tip to every student out there, what would you say is the most common thing you tell them, or the most common issue they run into?
I think just be yourself. Just focus on what you want in life. Just focus on what you want in an experience. I mean, a lot of students are so focused on academics and the major and their careers, but it's also where will you be living for the next 4 years, and what type of environment is that. So I'm not just looking at, say, the academics portion, but also like the personal and things like that.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for coming in, Mr. Flores.
Thank you so much for coming in. That's
awesome. Absolutely. That's it for today. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll be right back after this break.
How far does $1 go today? Not far, huh? Think again. Los Angeles Regional Food Bank creates 4 healthy meals with $1. We mobilize resources to feed people in need. Help us reach our vision that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County.
The Santa Monica Museum of Art. Take a closer look.
How far does $1 go today? Not far, huh? Think again. Los Angeles Regional Food Bank creates 4 healthy meals with $1. We mobilize resources to feed people in need. Help us reach our vision that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County.
One of the many great programs here is the journalism department, which is responsible for writing and producing the school's newspaper, the SAMOHI.
The staff is made up of students from all over campus who attend sports games, rallies, and performances to provide interesting information and news for teachers and other students at the school.
The SAMOHI's previous participants have really benefited their time with the paper.
Let's take a look at what the SAMOHI paper and journalism department are like.
Welcome to journalism.
Hi, I'm Olive Sherman, and I'm the editor-in-chief of the SAMOHI student newspaper. We like to focus on school, on SAMOHI. We always have a student angle on all of the articles.
The newspaper itself is like, it's a collaboration between 20 plus different individual writers and artists who, all have their specific purpose, and they all have to sort of work as a unit to produce one particular paper.
We just really like to pretty much tell the world about what's going on at SAMOHI. That's really what we love to do.
My job is to sell ads and make sure we have enough money to publish.
Well, I oversee all of the section editors.
I edit and lay out the opinion articles, and I also get contributors to write articles for our paper and also write comics.
We sell a lot of subscriptions. We sell ads that focus on tutoring, driver's ed, restaurants, things like that in the community.
We have a Twitter account, and we're at the SAMOHI, and we have an Instagram that's also at the SAMOHI. We also have a branch at the LA Times. They have a section of their paper called High School Insider, and it's mostly for sports, but you can also publish articles that you feel are good.
I mean, it's really satisfying because we put a lot of work into it.
Most of the feedback we get is positive, but there's a few people who are like, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I generally think it's nice to have sort of a reminder of what's going on at school, and to be able to sort of read what their fellow students have written in terms of important things and whatnot.
It's nice to see people interested in what we have to say.
Here with us today are Jared and Levin and Rara Gumble from SAMOHI's journalism department. Thanks for joining us on the show today.
Thanks
No
for having
problem.
us.
Good to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
So what are your specific roles within journalism?
Well, I'm the opinion editor on the newspaper.
And I'm the sports editor.
So as editors, do you guys also write, or is it just editing?
Well, we wrote a lot last year. We were both staff writers, and now we both occasionally write. I wrote last cycle, he wrote this cycle, but it's more editing.
As a staff writer, it's kind of like a rite of passage, you got to kind of do the dirty jobs, writing, taking pictures. It's like you have to have the certain confidence to go and talk to random strangers about like different things. So that's, once they go through that for a year, they get to be an editor in the next year like we did.
Nice. So what do you think that your favorite kind of articles are that you want to write?
I really like writing opinion articles, and I wrote a lot last year, and I think that's really interesting, and I have a lot of opinions, and I like to share them.
Nice.
So.
I wrote mostly sports last year because I know a lot about sports, but I think that I actually like feature the most because it kind of has the most creativity. You know, it's kind of like the big center spread, lots of color, lots of freedom to use whatever words you like, because in other sections it could be considered opinionated if you use certain adjectives, you know.
So what exactly is feature?
Well, as I said, it's like kind of like the big center color spread. It's like it has different articles. You know, last year we had an article about 2 kids who build things. You know,
Which I wrote.
and then like like in the past we've had like articles about like different funny college majors people can have, just stuff that like students want to read, like kind of like miscellaneous like random tidbits, but we make them into like large scale creative pieces.
Yeah. So you guys are clearly really into journalism at Santa Monica High School, but do you think that you're willing to like take that to the next level, maybe like do journalism as a career in the future?
Yeah, I'm really interested in fashion journalism, and I think creative journalism in general is really interesting. And yeah, I mean, opinion, especially writing opinion, that's kind of not the typical journalism you think of, so I like that kind of stuff.
I'm more interested in like the business world, but I think that the real work experience you get with journalism, with deadlines and stuff, it's like really prepared me for that, so I'm really happy for that experience.
What would you say for you guys is the hardest part about it though?
There are a lot of deadlines, and there are a lot of staff writers that don't meet those deadlines.
Yeah, it's really hard to convince like a kid who's, you know, got soccer practice, band practice, whatever, every day after school until like 7 to like sit at home on the computer for like an hour and work on like our like tidbits that they have to change in their articles and stuff like that. So it's like it's kind of like a little bit of a battle to get.
What would you say is like your
sometimes.
favorite part of journalism?
I think it's just really interesting, and you learn a lot about the school and what you're interested in and stuff like that.
Getting like a finished product that you work so hard on, just getting it out and having kids, you know, read it is a really good gift, I think.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on today.
No
Thanks
problem.
for having us.
Thanks so much. It was awesome.
And after the break, we'll have a performance from Aaron Kinsman. Keep watching. We'll be right back with more SAMO Highlights.
We've had a lot of different performers on the show, and a lot of them have been awesome guitarists. Joining the rest of them today is Aaron Klingsman, who's played music since elementary school and will be performing for us today.
He'll be doing one of his original songs called, and yes, this is the whole title, 24/7 video feed of feeding 24/7 feeding feeders on video.
That is quite a title. I am excited to hear this.
Here he is, Aaron Klinsman. On the show with us today is Aaron Klinsman. Thanks for joining us and thanks for the performance.
Thank you. That was awesome. So, like, what made you start wanting to play guitar?
Well, I used to play violin and saw that was a very fun instrument, but there was a lot of songs I wanted to play that I couldn't, and they used the guitar, and so I decided I would learn guitar.
And how old were you when you started?
3 years ago, so I was probably like 12.
Oh, and I heard it was actually one of your friends that got you into it. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I have a close friend who got me into music in general, and before then I was like huge into rap. I like wanted to be a rapper. This was middle school. It was disappointing, and so then he showed me all kinds of like some really neat like rock music and stuff, and so him and I kind of went on like a musical journey together, and I've like really progressed since then when it comes to musical tastes. And
that's really cool, dude. What was your rapper name back in middle school?
Oh God, I'm just gonna be straight. I was weird. It was Glitch with two
I like
eyes.
that.
I dig it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's funky. I like it. So who are your favorite rock artists of all time?
There's a lot of really good, like Yngwie Malmsteen, a guitarist. A lot of names people wouldn't know. A lot of kind of like more hipster kind of stuff, I'm guessing, was what most people would call it.
Hipster.
Like Yes, Rush, all that.
So do you have any performances coming up that we can come to or people should know about?
There's a Halloween festival thing. Don't ask me where it is or anything just yet, because I'm still learning about that, so.
Well, thanks, man, for coming out. It was really cool to see you perform. We hope to get you back on the show soon. Thanks for joining us, and that's all for this week's episode of SAMO Highlights. I'm Jan Bruggeman.
And I'm Ella Swimmer.
We'll see you back on the show next week after homecoming.